Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're your hosts, Billy G, Nikki P. Nick, how are ya?
Never better in all of my days. We're back again, week 2. Back on the grind.
Doesn't it feel like just week 2? You know what I mean?
We snapped right back into it, honestly.
Exactly. After the hiatus and we came back, it was like, okay, I'm home.
I painfully missed it the entire time we weren't shooting, and then the second we sat back down, it was like it never stopped.
Yeah. When I was gone, I would crumple up papers and I would format them into a microphone and I would pretend I'm talking into it.
After 3 days of no sleep.
Yeah, it didn't get that bad. But yeah,
consistent
I did
diet of
like
amphetamines.
Yeah.
Tap water.
No water. Just amphetamines and soda.
You just had that dry lip.
Oh my!
Are you a guy who likes to do it solo? Like if you like binge?
Amphetamines, opiates, yes. Amphetamines, no. Amphetamines is actually more social than you think. You know what I mean?
No, I would imagine it is social.
Yeah. Like, but it's a bunch. Listen, you got to find like-minded people in this situation. So it's just a bunch of randos. So you'd be in some dirty ass house. I used to chill with this kid, Josh, and he had like a good-looking sister, but Josh was like a total piece of shit.
Yeah.
And it was just, you know, like you're high, so high to the point where it's like, all right, well, I got to fucking do something. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something. Like, who am I going to talk to about this stereo for fucking 10 hours? You know what I mean? So that's
Josh's sister?
Yeah. Well.
Did anybody get her?
Okay, so here's how things went. She was a little, no, keep in mind, I was 17 at this point, but she was a little bit younger. You know what I mean?
Like 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So nothing ever crossed. And by the way, this dude's like parents did dope too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know, so she was probably the only one going to school and doing the right thing.
Or trying.
So I would probably try to like look at her like, hey, how you doing? And talk to her. And all she saw was like, you know what I mean? So, you know, no. Chance never.
So you guys weren't close?
No. But she was just hot. And you're also like a dirty birdie on that stuff. So, you know what
Dirty
I mean?
birdie?
Yeah, you know.
That's the most PG description of being a drug addict creep I've ever heard in my entire life.
So although I haven't ate anything in like fucking 11 days, I'd be in the bathroom going, I'm just shitting. And I'd just smelling her panties and shit. No, I'm just joking. I'm not joking.
He has a pair in his pocket right now.
Yeah.
You just pull him out.
Wait, what'd you say?
Queued up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still a little loud though.
No, you know what? We're gonna get a hang on that. We're trying to, like we said, we're trying to bring new things and show new stuff and bring some quality and stuff. We got a soundboard. There's fun things on there. It's just not really user friendly. A lot of ads and bullshit like that. So we're gonna get it back.
Yeah, we're gonna pay for one at some point. We just have to find a good one.
A subscription. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, until we got the. You gotta wait. All right, is that good?
That was nice.
That was twice. Okay, good. Good.
Are you on the floor yet?
No. On.
Have you shadowed or like where are you at in the process?
I'm done with training. I had to take a table number test. I did all my training. You had to open, close, you know, do everything in between. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm just basically training. Training sucks though, dude. Training's to the point where it's like, I still don't want to say the name of it yet. Is that okay?
That's fine.
I mean, I'm in, but I don't want anything sad. Does that make sense?
No, fair enough.
Do you feel me on it?
Don't say it.
Okay. It's a nice place, but I did all the training. I have experience. I have a lot of experience. I didn't realize because I didn't.
You have like 14 years?
14 years. Because I never worked at another restaurant besides the two, but because it opened up and closed, it's technically 2, right? Because I never worked in any other environment than the one that I've been in, I never really, number one, knew what I knew, because it's not comparable.
Sure.
Number 2, knew how bad it was, because it's not comparable.
Right.
And number 3, I didn't have a number 3.
But you also built up in your head that like going to an upgraded restaurant was like beyond your skill set, which was never true.
Remember I told you
we used to argue about it.
Yeah. I was like, dude, you're never gonna catch me at a fine dining place. It's just not gonna happen.
I used to beg you. I'm like, just apply. You'll be surprised.
Yeah. And man, I was telling him too. It's like I always thought nobody thinks the same. And if you're in a management position, I feel like that motivation, kind of like that talk, they love that shit. They eat that shit.
What
up.
talk?
Okay, so the first place that I put in for, I kind of told them, okay, you know, like I was doing my resume, and I didn't boast. I didn't have any of the hot words like teamwork and stuff like that. I didn't do any of that.
Why?
Because I thought that they might think it's cheesy.
I mean, if you go over the top,
here's the thing.
if there's exclamation points at the end of every fucking thing you say,
I thought it would be cheesy. I'm like, man, they want to hear the real you. No, I thought it was cheesy, right? The next one got a little bit, and the next one after that, I was boasting about everything. It was all teamwork, and I'm in the trenches, and I do this thing like that. I took that same mindset to the managers. For this place, it was a 4-step interview process.
did you do that in one day, or did they have you keep coming back?
I kept coming back. Why do you think I have so many new shirts?
Oh,
That's literally why my entire wardrobe changed. I kept having to...
Just for the fucking interviews?
I kept having to bum money off of Ginger to get shirts and pants and shit like that. And that's why I did so much babysitting. But you know what, man? Honestly, shout out. Like, she helped me out, man. She's like, she gave me like this little makeshift job in order to get those things.
Right.
She let me use the car, did all of that. And then honestly, man, I am indebted. I appreciate her. She fucking really like cheered me on the whole time. She said like, dude, cause I didn't think I could get into a place like that. She's like, no, man. She's like, I'm telling you, you got the personality for it. Like, you're good. You're good with people.
I think you had this false idea too. Like everyone's so polished in fine dining that they appear to be like these higher level professionals.
Yeah.
But they're just fucking maniac partiers like us, but they just have those skills.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Exactly.
Everyone I've ever met in a fine dining restaurant is a fucking pillhead, a cokehead, an alcoholic, gambler, high-risk personality types. But on the front, it's, hello, ma'am.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just training. It's like when you meet like a Marine or whatever and they're super polite to the old lady, they're getting hammered at the fucking barracks,
fucking right.
beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess the maturity level, I didn't know. I got in so much trouble for talking and making bad jokes stuff over the years. That's where I thought. It's not so much that I couldn't put on, you know, a mature face and try to like get through it. I just thought like dude, like I like fucking around too much. You know, we like have fun.
No, we fuck around constantly in fine dining.
It's still the same
You're just
thing.
doing it in the kitchen instead of on the floor.
We're literally, like exactly. You know what I mean?
Within reason.
As soon as you hit that hallway where you're headed to the back, you're pretty much, it's all fucking titty jokes and stupid shit like that.
We used to know exactly where in the restaurant we were in earshots of guests and not.
Yeah.
Like back we had this giant wine bar tower thing, and then behind that was the soda tower, so it kind of insulated from the dining room.
Yeah.
For some reason, when you were back behind that, whatever, like the washing machine and all that crap was loud enough to drown out your voice.
Yeah.
But if you stepped right on the other side of that wine case, you could hear
fucking hear you.
So all we had to do was just cross that line, and we knew we were good. And then the kitchen was a safe zone.
You know what's funny too is like over the years I would see obviously guests get mad at the server, and you know, well there's this dude, and it was funny because it's like same situation, man. It's just more numbers. Some guy he had a bill. His bill was up to like $3,000, and he goes, I want to talk to a manager. And somebody gets the manager, and he walks by. And I'm telling you, dude, I did this a million times, dude. Like, when my guest was mad at me, and I had to walk by, and the manager was I'd always walk by with, like, this fucking, like, just trying to piss them off. Like I don't give a fuck, like, giving that I don't give a fuck face, walking by them like, every time. And I swear to God, dude, the I don't give a fuck face was plastered on this dude's fucking head walking by. Dude, while the guy's complaining about it to the manager. And then, and right there, it was kind of like, yeah, I know this. Like, I know this.
Yes.
I know this place. I've worked in this place the last fucking 15 years. I know this place.
Yes.
I know it. Yeah.
It's all the same. It's just now there's standards.
Exactly. That's all. The only difference. And you know what? Why they're able to do, you know, where it's like only on the floor or only on the floor do you act real, you know, business and it's all no fucking around out there. It's the money. If you're motivated by money, you can pretty much fucking do anything, dude. So of course these guys ain't fucking around. There's young guys working there, and you know they're sitting there fucking doing all the right stuff. You know what I mean? So I get it now. It's like, you know, no wonder why. If I was only gonna make two bills.
Do you
for
remember
serving,
when we were working there? I'm like, dude, we kill ourselves for $200.
Yeah.
Like if you worked in a regular restaurant, you wouldn't even remember how you got that $200.
Our bussers make the money that the servers make over there.
Yeah. What do the
Straight
food
up.
runners get? Like $220?
Dude, easy. It's a pool, and what's funny about that is I was always led to believe that is the worst fucking thing that could happen. Like the pools.
It depends.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I would say it is the worst thing that could happen to you.
Okay.
Every once in a while, it benefits the restaurant.
Okay.
On the rare occasion.
I think if everybody's on the same page and everybody's busting their ass the same amount.
But that's rarely the case. There's always like one asshole. Like for our restaurant, it was KC. Nice guy, but like if you partnered up with him, you were making all the money for both of you that night. So like if Joey had to partner up with him, he'd be like, fuck that, I just run my own section. I'm going to double my money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's a pooling situation like that, maybe everyone benefits because if you have like one giant table or like a $10,000 check, everyone gets a taste of it.
Yeah.
But it really just comes down to the team, like you were saying.
Well,
if the team is on point, then that's going to be a good thing.
So then maybe, I'm guessing maybe then, like if it wasn't pool tips, they'd be making a lot more. Everybody's making.
There would be higher
money.
Ebbs and flows in your money.
Yeah,
like you would walk out with $1,000 one night.
Or
you know
not
what I mean?
walk out with
but if
shit
you
one
average
night.
it over the year, and if you trust your own salesmanship and your ability, you're probably going to gross more.
Yeah.
If you do it yourself, or if you're partnered with someone else, it's a beast.
And you know what, man? It will never leave. The tables that I got still love me. Like
100%.
Fine dining or not. Like I was telling them, like this dude came up and he liked the way I worked. I was cutting jokes, and this one lady. She's like, yeah, he needs to go down there and teach him how to use that walk. And I said, just like this, and the cuss word and everything. And I said to her, dude, they died. They fucking died. I said, I'm gonna go down there and tell Chef right now. I said, if he can't use the walk, he needs to take a fucking walk. You know what I mean? They died. They ate that shit out. It's funny the things that you could get away saying if you're charming.
If you know that the people are cool
enough, and
But when you were speaking these words, was there any part of you that's like, I hope this fucking lands? Like that couldn't know? You just went for it?
Shit your pants and dive in.
Gunslinger.
Fuck yeah. But, dude, listen, I am not confident that enough that they're gonna, reset these jokes like how I want them to. But I am confident enough to know that I'm funny and that I could deliver that motherfucker to a point where they're gonna get it. You know what
and
I
also
mean?
you're not a deadpan guy. Like you're always smiling and laughing. So
dude,
they know it's a joke.
Yeah,
it's not like Paisani. Paisani could throw a comment in as a joke and be so fucking rude to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, he was so deadpan.
He's got a table of black people, and he's like, "Let me guess, the chicken."
He raises his eyebrows.
Of course, they're gonna take it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
That's rifle. They rightfully took it the wrong way. It was said the wrong way.
It's too fucking funny, man. So bad boys, dude. We got big things happening. It's a busy week, man. I like this. Okay, let me ask you a question. I want you to tell me where you'd like to start. Okay.
I think we should save the best conversation for the middle and then wrap up on a light note.
Okay. All right.
So you know what the best one is. You know the premiere conversation.
Absolutely. The celebrity.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I was going to tell them there's two big stories out of Texas this week. Okay. So I'll go with the first one. Okay. A Texas woman has been arrested for animal cruelty. She's a nurse, well respected in her community, a very nice lady. She likes to fuck dogs.
What?
Yes, sir. A Great Dane, to be exact. Now you say, well, how do you come across?
So she just has too much love in her heart.
Exactly.
She can't
Should've
spread
been
it.
A vet. Well, she couldn't cut it as a vet, right? So what does she do?
Wait. Her dogs or other people's dogs that she's fucking?
I'm gonna be real. I don't know.
You don't know.
But I don't even think it matters.
Well, it'd be weirder if she was like hopping the wall to her neighbor's house.
Goddamn stray or something like that. You can get diseases. You don't know where that dog's been. You know. So dig this, right? So now, how do you come across these pictures, right? Because you're like, okay, well, wait a minute now. Like that's a serious perversion that somebody could have. It seems like something you'd keep under wraps, right? It seems like something you wouldn't want.
Was she married?
You don't want the neighbors talking, right? You know what I mean? Yes, sir. She was married.
To a human?
Yes, to a human.
Okay.
To a human man named Fido. Oddly enough. Imagine the guy's named Fido. So, all right. Now, I guess he had some secrets of his own. He was caught masturbating in a grocery store, staring at children. I guess he might have, he was looking at him and he was beaten off, and somebody might have noticed and said, all right, somebody call the cops. This guy's a sicko. you should meet his wife, right? So they go in there and they're like, now standard practices. If you catch one of these guys, you have to go through their computers and their phones and stuff like that. Why? Because you want to tack on, right?
Right.
And you want to catch perverts out there taking pictures, and because who knows what he's got in his phone? He might have children that he's also molesting.
Well, if he was doing that,
yes,
I'm sure there's a giant iceberg of shit under the surface.
Nobody just wakes up one morning and goes, "I'm gonna go jack off in front of kids."
No, you escalate to that.
Exactly.
You've tried. Like, there's little steps that were taken.
Yeah.
Up to that point.
One day you're just visiting. One day you're at the community pool. The next you're not with your family at the community pool. The next you're sitting there at the community pool looking at all the little kids. You know what I mean? Like, these things add up. There's steps to this shit, right? So the cops are coming through it.
Did they have kids?
I don't know. It was the husband and wife were arrested. I didn't go into details of their family.
What are the kids into?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? America's Next Serial Killers. They gotta be, right? This is what your parents are. Well, and it's funny. What if they are very normal people? You know what I mean? Like, isn't that usually the biggest pervs at all?
Why is mom always walking the dogs?
Yeah. Where does she go? Yeah. Why does mom say she's gonna go throw a bone? Does she go in the room with the dog? It's weird, So they police are going through and they're going through all this guy's stuff, and they're looking for one crime and they come across another, and they say, "Hey, that lady gave me an X-ray last week."
That's so fucked up.
Right? So she was brought up on animal cruelty charges, which I don't agree with,
Wait, why? I mean, I guess it's not cruel, unless it's like a rape type situation.
Animal cruelty. She was arrested for animal cruelty. You know what I mean? I don't know,
I don't think that cruelty is the right word.
Consent. He was a pup. He was underage. Hey, the dog's 2, okay? It's only 2 years old. She's sick.
She's wearing a Woody Allen hat.
Oh, hey, sweetheart. That Woody Allen guy, right? Dude, oh my God, dude. Rosemary's Baby, one of my favorite movies too, man. Imagine.
Was that Woody Allen?
No, but the wife is.
How did we get to that?
Forgot his wife's name, but that's who he was with when they adopted her.
Okay.
So it was an Asian stepdaughter, and he was with her. God, what the fuck is her name? Rosemary's Baby. Anyways, him and Woody Allen, they adopted her because that was the thing. They wouldn't straight. Okay, back in Hollywood in those days, they were like, "Well, what about Africa?" And Woody Allen's like, "No, not that one either. No, we're not gonna go there. What about China? You know what I mean?" So they're like, "Oh, they get Chinese baby. They bring it back and."
Number 37, step forward.
13 short years later.
He just he makes him spin.
Number 30, step forward. How many are these? 400 million. All right, because China.
You explain it.
400 million can't be wrong, Michael. Yeah. So they bring the kid back, and that's Woody Allen fell in love. And dude, I'm sorry, but he definitely groomed her. Like sorry. It had to be, right? Like, it wasn't like a day after she turned 18 was she like, "Oh, I like her, the stepfather."
Is he Facebook friends with the dog lady?
Probably. They got to run in circles. It's got to be a tight knit. Yeah. Look at Epstein, They're all over the place.
You mean Diddy-stein?
Diddy-stein, yeah. There's always like a hip-hop version of whatever. Like, I was telling these guys earlier about Black Twitter, like, it's like, he's basically the Black Epstein, right? You know what I mean? Right? Like, that's his...
Ebony Epstein? Should we cut that? That stays in.
No, that
stays in.
It's beautiful.
This is our last episode.
Yeah. So I mean, all right. How about this? This is kind of what I want to ask you about. You're now the dog fucker, right?
Okay, so I'm the dog fucker.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
I seen you. Yeah. Where do you go from here? Like you can't. I mean, there's Google now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you change your last name? You try to do, if you're a nurse, do you need any other certifications? Like, does it vary?
Register as a sex offender.
Exactly.
But the major thing there, if that's
yeah, like, where does that go? You know?
Like, when you say animal cruelty, I don't know if I can get behind that, but like a sex offender, sure. It's disgusting no matter what. No one should be doing it.
Yeah. When they, So I read the transcripts, and when they were interviewing the dog, they said, "Well, how was it?" And he goes, "Rough." and they said, "What'd you think of her?" And he goes, "Woof." Right? Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And when she was fucking you behind the tree, what did you see? Bark.
Did you pre-think this?
No, there's just 3 of those. That's 3 back to back to back. Right? That's fucking nice, right? Right? That's good, right? Okay. Oh, please have a wait.
Holy fucking shit!
That's what I gotta say about that.
That applies.
Oh, I wanted the Chewbacca one. Wait. Oh, what else did they say to the dog? Right, okay. That's good, right? Okay, so, hey, dude, that set up right with that fucking
That was
timing,
pretty
right?
good.
Okay. Yeah. So, but where you know how like if you're a lawyer, you got to take the bar in another state if you move. Like
yes.
the New York law is the same as California. You got to change it. When you're a nurse, do you have to get other certifications in other states?
I believe so.
Right?
I think it's the same thing for medicine.
So no matter what, even if she changes her name, she's gonna have to go out there and they're gonna look her up and they're gonna go.
Some states have reciprocity in other states. Some states have it, and some states.
So it depends.
Okay, so if they're aligned and they have similar, she probably don't have to get it. But if it's a complete different game,
Regions of the country,
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
okay.
States, I think.
Yeah, so if they're the same and they're lined up, then maybe not. She might not have to get certified out there.
Right.
But no matter what, they're gonna look her up. Okay, how about this? When she was certified, they're gonna run her name, right? They're gonna go, "Oh wow, you're pretty impressive. Let's see here. Okay, all right,
felony,
yeah, CPR. You got your CPR class. Okay, phlebotomy and." Yeah, this just isn't fitting. I'm sorry.
You're overqualified.
Yeah, you're overqualified for us.
We have your resume on file.
Exactly. You
Call
know,
the police.
please lock the fucking dog up. There's a dog for the child cancer ward that they have going around finding out the kids. Lock them up.
Her high school guidance counselor was like, "You should work in a zoo."
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know why your results came back this way, but
She's done, right? She's done.
yeah, she's finished.
Yeah.
I
The
think so.
husband's done too. So it's not like he's gonna go out and work.
This family needs to be broken
He's a
up.
fucking nonce. Yeah. They need to go find other people.
When did this happen?
Yesterday.
No shit.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I first saw the story online, because I'm coming through stories trying to get it. I'm coming through stories trying. I always look like I'm fucking doing a gag or something. I'm coming through stories trying to get like stories for us that okay, is this us? Is this us? I'm like, damn, if that was true, that'd be a great story. And I scroll a little more down, and like it just keeps getting more and more reputable. Yeah,
Pater.
I'm like, dude, it's real. It's real, baby. I was so happy to bring that to you. I was so happy to bring that to you.
Does it seem like there's an overabundance of sex crimes these days?
Yeah.
Or is it just like it's just always been there and we're just now finding it all out?
I think that
It seems to be more commonplace, like school shootings.
Yeah. I think that I think the internet
Okay.
is being introduced to people at a very young age.
It's like fucking them up.
Yeah, and by the time so back in the day, you lived your whole life and you kind of had to run into these things.
True.
You know what I mean?
Someone had to introduce you to it.
Exactly. And I think now, one of your friends is like, check out this meme. This chick, okay, for her example, right? So she's probably like 25, 26, young girl, nurses, right? And her friend was probably like, look, this person's fucking a dog. And she looked at that red pipe and she's like, fuck. You know what I mean? And so now there you go. That's it. She's a lifer, right? So I think the internet and phones and their access to these things has a big part to play. Because again, man, nobody's going on their kids' phones doing all the child lock and stuff. And no matter what, there's a way around that and there's a way around that.
Sure.
So you give them their phones and you let them go. But they are being introduced to a lot of perverted shit at a very young age. And you're right. I think, but now they're going to the extremes by the time that they hit young adulthood.
So fringe behavior has become normalized.
Exactly.
Yes,
Absolutely.
which is incentivizing more of such behavior.
Exactly.
That actually makes sense.
And not only that, it's like these things used to be like dark secrets kept that they keep hidden. But now when they see it online, they're like,
there's a
minute.
community.
Yeah, there's others like me. Hello, Reddit. Dog fuckers. r/dog fuckers,
that page probably exists.
God, what was the name of it? Croptophilia.
What is that?
People that like to eat shit. I follow the Reddit stories because I think it's funny. I don't like to eat shit.
Have you done research?
Yeah, but it's hilarious. And they're one of them, and but like I thought it was a gag. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna see like crazy fucking, like thinking, no, man, these people are in. They were in it to win it, right? A lot of them was like, because I thought it was just gonna be a bunch of funny shit. A lot of them is like one-liners, like, how do I introduce my spouse? And I'm like, that's not funny. like, if it's not funny, then are you asking this? Like, I don't know, like walk in, take a shit in the toilet and walk in and go, what do you think? Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
It's pretty big, right?
Like, I shit my pants and like, oh God, I shit my pants. Sorry. And then like, when like you take it off, she's like, I got the washer going. And you're like,
Maybe.
Right.
Have a glass of wine.
Hey, you try to get super number. I don't know, it could be kind of wild, Wife's like, what the fuck are you doing? Take that, go wash your hands.
You'll
man.
always come first.
Yeah, she's watching that wedding ring covered with shit. She's going, oh God, I made a mistake.
I feel like once you cross that line, like there's no going baback to any type of normal life ever again.
No.
Like you can't have like a regular relationship in the future.
No. You have to find something because it's like, I get, because you're going to get too far away from it, and then you're just going to be like repressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're going to be like, well, this is what gets me. Because it's almost like that forbidden fruit. You're gonna be like, okay, yeah, like she blew me. Okay, that feels good. But why didn't she want?
I don't
to
think
eat
it's
my
That's
shit afterwards?
not a forbidden fruit thing. I don't think.
Shit?
No, not that. Like the fucking of dogs and all that stuff. Like that's like a deep fucked up perversion that's living inside that person.
No, but to them it's forbidden. To us, it's
Well,
deep and perverted and shit like that. But to them, they're trying to find some way
There's
to
a brokenness.
normalize it.
There's a brokenness inside.
Oh yeah, but I mean, dude, come on, who isn't fucking broken in this day and age? When I hear somebody had a rough childhood, I'm like, yeah, you and everybody else.
Literally everybody.
Everybody else. Money, no money.
I think I know like 2 people that had good childhoods.
Really?
Yeah, my cousin Sammy
Yeah.
and
Just like on the level.
his wife. That's
Yeah?
pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just raised well.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just anytime I've ever met somebody, there's something that just happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Something. And pain is subjective, so you can't fucking say like, oh, I went through this and I went through. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. It's being a kid.
It's like
is
not even
fucked up in this world, and then you get older, and honestly, it isn't much better. But at that point, you can deal with it. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah. I mean, that's I think. I mean, where croptophilia comes in. I don't know, man. I mean, fuck. Oh, dude, you know what? Where I work. Speaking of, dude, I'll tell you now, man.
How does this tie in?
Well, here I'm telling you, it ties in.
Okay.
I don't know. All right. I don't know. I'm not gonna start playing with shit, so I will never know this. Okay. But there's in the bathroom, you see right through to the girls' bathroom. The mirrors, or the mirror like this. It's not a see-through mirror or anything like that. But
I was like, is it a one-way?
It's the wall's broken. Let's picture it's a big empty wall, and then the mirrors cover the other side, right? So underneath and up top, you could see right through the girls' bathroom. Like you see them washing their hands, right? And I heard a fart come out of there. I'm gonna be real, dude. I was like, damn. I wonder if that was like the chick at table fucking 36. Like, she's bad, dude. You know?
You come back out to the floor. You're like, is that you?
Yeah. Excuse me. Like, no, I walk by and I go, did you want any dessert? And I slide a piece of paper over, and she opens it up, and it's like, I heard. It just says, I heard.
She folds it back up and just slides it back.
Even worse though, she knows what I'm talking about. She's all like taken back, like she does that hair thing where she's like,
you get like an $80 tip.
Her date's like, what? And they're walking out of there real fast. Oh
You're like, I promise
God.
I won't tell anybody.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. But I'm telling. I heard it. And dude, I'm telling you, it wasn't even it wasn't an ugly fart. Like she fucking had.
Was it dainty?
Dude, it was like. You know what I mean? Like, it was nice. Dude, and then you hear dude, I'm just thinking on their side, and they're hearing these guys, our fucking bathroom stinks. I don't care how fine dining it is, okay? I don't care if you just had the foie gras with fucking caviar and the gentleman with fucking the perfect jawline goes, I'm going to use the restroom. I'll pee real quick. We'll take off, babe. He's going in there. He's taking a massive fucking dump.
Doing a line off the toilet
He's
seat.
doing a line off the toilet, dude. Fucking jacking off so he doesn't come too really late on it. He like comes on his shit and then turns down, takes the fucking line, fucking goes in the mirror,
fixes his tie,
slaps himself in the face, grabs his cock,
little aftershave.
The fucking man spits in the mirror. He hits the floor. He goes, "You ready to get out of here, dude? You ready to get out of here, Duchess?" And then they fucking leave. Okay, there's men in that bathroom doing disgusting shit. Okay?
His wife's on the other side of the mirror listening to that. She's
or even worse, she doesn't know how he's like. She's sitting out there. She goes, "I got the perfect man shit, bitch." Oh my fucking goodness, man. Yeah, by the way, the dog fucking
I was like, how did we get to here?
Dude, how do we get to anywhere? By the way, these conversations literally what it sounds like when we shut that fucking microphone off. You know?
Well, it begins when you first show up, and then it just extends through the show
goes,
in like 20 minutes after.
Yeah. Fuck. I wonder if dude, honestly, I wonder if we could take it all back.
I know when you're setting it up now.
Yeah, exactly.
You start sliding the phone while
pause,
you're setting up the line. It's like not smooth at all.
Well, so I'm trying to think ahead and do it. You know what I mean? But next story, also out of Texas.
Okay.
If things weren't
Texas
bad
has
enough,
been on fire.
I love Texas. By the way, Texas and Florida, like if you're talking about contenders, like if I was ever gonna move, like if I had the money, if I was rich and I had the money to move somewhere, it'd be Texas or I'd be Florida. Like
I think I like the principles of Texas more than the personalities.
The only problem with Texas now is that the Californians that are fucking flooding out of there, it's either, here, which it's kind of hard to turn this place because how it was built.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no police. Dude, the casino police alone will shoot your fucking ass for doing
That's
some
the
dumb
one
shit.
thing that's a fact that we have in spades. Remember when everyone was rioting and looting during the shutdown?
And then they tried
I was
on
telling
the
my
strip.
cousin, I was like, dude, when they bring that shit to the strip, I'm like, we're going to mop that shit up. It's not going to be like everywhere else. Within, what was it, like 4 hours?
4 hours.
Dude, yes.
Complete riot was taken down.
They beanbagged them. They fucking gassed them. They locked up, slamming fucking heads.
You had like the big buff cops out there fucking throwing
and no one said shit about it. It didn't become a
here.
national story. Not a peep,
Nothing.
dude.
Yeah. Why? Because we have trillions of dollars out here. Fuck.
Because it's what we do every day.
Exactly.
Every night when everyone's hammered, these cops go to battle on the strip. It's just it's like routine.
Yeah. Oh, you want to throw a rock through the window? Bitch, I had 6 you last week. Get your fucking ass in the back seat. And they're like, make sure to knee him in his or make sure to hit his head on the way. And he's like,
open the door with his fucking head. He hits him with the fucking casino, dude.
Oh my
Anthony
God. And I want you to
Cumia.
use his fucking head. Oh, it's fucking wonderful, man. No, but it was they fucking cleaned that shit up real quick. You gotta love it.
I'm proud of us for that. We
Yeah.
have that down.
Speaking of what I thought was like when those riots were going on, what I thought was like the perfect front man to stand up to that bullshit and report on it because it was not being reported. Like
No.
we all heard the fiery but mostly peaceful fucking bullshit.
That was one of the most preposterous things I've ever laid eyes on.
Exactly.
He was standing not in front of a burning building, a burning church.
a city. Yeah.
It's like the most fucked up possible scenario.
Dude.
There was glass bottles flying over his fucking head.
Microphone shaking, scared as fuck, and he's like, "It's not so bad out here."
There's an inferno.
Fucking gun against his head. He's like, "We're fine.
Mostly peaceful
fine.
protest.
What are these Republicans talking about?" You know what I mean? Nah, but if there was anybody that like really fucking like was out there reporting, doing fucking fucking as you say the Lord's work, Stephen fucking Crowder, baby.
Oh, we get into it?
We're getting into it.
All right, here
there
we go.
was nobody better out there that not only brought humor to it, and I said, you know
Guys.
what? I said, I'm in it for the long haul. This is a good man.
Dude, he ran and promoted himself off of being genuine, good-hearted, and standing up for rights and taking the flack that came back with that. And it appeared to be the case, and I don't think that that's not the case at all. There is an element of that to it. But this altruistic guy that he portrayed himself to be is not even remotely fucking close. This guy's a megalomaniac.
He is a bit of a monster. How many? Like 10 disgruntled employees will tell you.
So
nobody leave. No, you're telling me like nobody ever leaves.
Amicably?
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Just never.
Well, at the time, it was what? So he poached Dave Landau from Anthony Cumia's show, and then that went awry. And then after that, the video came out of him like battering his wife, basically, and that was horrible.
Well,
right? Wasn't that after Dave Landau?
No, dude. Well, yeah. So, pretty much the same time.
But like to your point, there's a pattern of behavior now.
Exactly.
Like that's on the surface.
But dude, predating that, I mean, look, you got you. By the way, he'll come up later. Owen Benjamin. You
Okay.
got not who this story's about. Not gay. Jared B. Crowder. You got Sven, computer Sven or whatever.
Right.
You got Quarter Black Garrett, who to me seems like the nicest guy on the planet.
He really does.
Who had a fucking cush gig, who was also a bit of a celebrity, at least in the Republican circles. He was kind of becoming a household name that literally couldn't take Steven Crowder's shit anymore and took off. That is insane, dude. How do you get guys that fucking cool to leave out of there and like, I couldn't take it anymore?
They were clearly like a loyal bunch.
Brian
Like they all believed in the fucking cause.
Yes, of course. You know, they were, dude, they were on board. Sign us up. What, free speech?
Well, he lost
Absolutely.
Callen too.
Yeah. I was telling him out there, Brian Callen, the only one that I don't think he could fuck with, like I don't think you could bully this guy. I don't think you could like tell him what's what, give him the what have yous, whatever.
Right.
Nick DiPaolo. And Nick DiPaolo.
Dude, DiPaolo's a beast.
Sorry, dude.
That guy, he's a
Nick
Boston
DiPaolo,
hard ass.
Yeah. Not only is he like an intellectual giant,
Yeah.
but if you fuck with him, he's gonna throw a beer bottle across
Yeah.
your mouth. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like he is not to be fucked with. So he hasn't left. So but I'm sure he sees what's going on, but it's also like he's just like impervious to that shit because he will not take it. So
Right.
God, is there anybody better?
I doubt Crowder
Oh, I got a
tries
story
to do
tell you,
that shit
too.
to him
Oh,
at all.
no, God, no. No, fuck no. I think Crowder knows his limits, and a lot of these guys were, Not Gay Jared, very nice guy. Dave Lando,
Super nice guy.
Smaller in stature, again, another fucking nice guy. I think he blows his weight around. Like, it's funny because, all right, we'll kind of set it up.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so right now, including his messy divorce, Stephen, because think about this. This guy's in court a lot.
Is that still happening?
Huh?
The court case?
Yeah,
Okay.
he wants full custody.
Dude, he's a fucking
Dude,
lunatic.
he wants-
You could tell she's a good mom,
She's
too.
a great mom,
Yeah.
dude. She's a good fucking person, dude. You want full custody? Why? To be a monster?
And you know he's
What
going
is
to get those
with this
kids and
dude?
tear her down.
Not to mention, dude, unless your old lady's a total fucking crackhead doing awful things, fucking being found, fucking sleeping, fucking while just getting fucking trained behind some bar or something like that. Dude, honestly, to ask for full custody makes you a bit of a cunt. Seriously.
100%.
Sorry, dude. You're a man. Go to work. Do what you got. Listen, if you take full custody, right? Who's gonna be watching the kids? It's not gonna be fucking Crowder.
No.
He's a workaholic. He's there all day. He's got better things to do than raise kids. Well, not raise kids, but
Better things to do than raise his kids?
more than nurture kids.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He can raise them, but to nurture them. He's not gonna sit there and fucking feed them their lunches all day. He does. He does have better things to do than that. You know what I mean?
He just seems like the
who's gonna
type
do it?
that's trying
a
to-
nanny. So you're
Yeah.
gonna take
An au
the
pair.
real mother's fucking thing away, her job, her life, her obligation. You're gonna take that away from her to give it to some fucking nanny. You know what I mean? And it's shitty. It is. It's just a cunty move. It's just altogether a cunty move. So he's in a very messy divorce. That's bad enough. He seems like, honestly, dude, after seeing his dad, I think he's like, I don't want it. I get this. And it's mine. No, we're not doing it that way.
That's his internal monologue.
I think so, dude. I really do believe that that's how that cat thinks. Like I remember somebody called in the show. I think it was Ethan Klein. And he called in the show and he's like, "Look, put Steven on. I want to do this. I want to do this." And he's like, "I don't think it's a very good idea." He's like, "Who am I talking to?" And what's Steven's dad's name? Do you know?
No.
Okay, anyways. He's like, "This is his father." And I was like, "Sir, can Steven come out to play for a second? Like, I need to talk to him. Like, this is business. Like, please, you know what I mean?" And he went on and he defended those actions. There's nothing wrong with your working with your dad and stuff like that. But dude, like, listen, you're in this, dude. Like, you're the face of this fight. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Don't get on the phone. Like, what's your, and his dad protects him in that way. Like, my son did nothing right. His dad was bad mouthing the wife and shit like that.
What?
Yes, dude. Yes, it's just like
He's probably a lot like his dad.
yeah, and I'm thinking he was like the golden boy and could do no wrong. You never see his brother.
But he has a brother? I thought he was an only kid.
No, he
No
never.
shit.
No, yeah, I mean he might as well be. The brother's a doctor. Who gives a shit?
Boo.
Boo. Do you have millions of fans on YouTube? Okay, you took a bullet out of a fucking 8-year-old's head last night.
I've never even heard the brother's
Steven
name.
has 5.2 million followers on his YouTube channel. You should be more like your brother.
Is his base dwindling?
No. Hell no, that motherfucker's getting stronger every day on YouTube and Rumble.
So what happened with?
We are not arguing if this guy's successful at his job. Like,
but you said that there was something about some fucked up NDA.
Oh, okay. Well, here. So it was a messy divorce going on, right? So Steven's living in court. Well, it is former employee, not gay Jared. Jared Romero is his full name, and I guess he's after all the negative press that's been coming out Steven lately and all the bad treating and the workplace and what's been going on there, he's decided to come forth because he signed basically a life-ruining NDA. But it was under distress. He said his first child was being born. He said he just wanted out of there. He said that Steven was willing to take him to court and put him through the fucking ringer.
I believe that.
If he dared think that he was going to go out there and slander. So how
is it slander if it's true?
Well, exactly. Going out there and pulling these things and telling everybody about it, right?
Does that count as slander? Just bad mouthing?
I mean, it's still alleged.
I thought it had
it's
to be.
It's still alleged, right? I mean, they don't have his entire time there. I mean, it's slander.
I just don't really understand how slander works exactly.
Well.
So he wasn't allowed to say shit about Crowder, basically. Like he had to leave and just tight-lip it.
I guess slander's only true if you could prove that it's what he's saying isn't true.
That's what I thought.
You know what I mean?
There has to be some kind of core.
Exactly. But I mean, if there's enough things that are, I guess ultimately the judge decides. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So as of right now, I mean, when Steven said he can't go out and do it, I guess to him it was slander. But what he's saying is that it's total gospel. He's saying he has the receipts to back it up. But because of the non-disparaging contract, he can't come out and say anything. Well, here, dig this. Right?
Yeah, tell me what's up.
Okay, so half Asian Bill Richmond.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's the one who typed up this. Yeah, he is the man. Believe me, everybody wants a lawyer like this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a piece of shit like Crowder.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
He typed this thing up. All right, let me give you a couple of stipulations in that NDA. Okay. Although he went to college for journalism and media and all these things, he cannot work in media anymore.
What?
He is not allowed to work in media.
He took his career?
He took his career.
In any capacity? Like, not even for another 10 years from now? Like, just across the board?
Buddy, this guy can't, number one, this guy can't go anywhere in the world and work in media.
What?
This guy couldn't work for a fucking high school newspaper.
What?
And say, Crowder doesn't like the color red. This motherfucker will be sued and taken off, right? That's all there is to it, right? Another one was he can't bring up Crowder's name in any way, shape, or form. He can't bring up any of the things that happened to him personally, whether it be Crowder or Crowder was there or not. So let's say somebody fucking chucked a cup of piss at him. And Crowder wasn't even there. It was just it was the camera guy. And chucked a cup of piss at him. He cannot mention anything that has to do with Louder or Crowder, Mug Club, any of that shit.
So it's like, what kind of person needs those stipulations? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, he's not an honest guy.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, although you could say, well, listen, he's got to protect himself. He's, there can be.
Well, this is like back to like how much we like Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
They would just have it out man to man with people.
Whatever.
There was no
happened
lawyers
to that?
and secrecy and behind door. They would do it right on the fucking air.
Well, that took a lot of points away from Stern. I heard it live when I heard Stern put that clause on them where they could not mention him. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like how? Like you're Howard Stern.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're the biggest shock jock in the world. You've dismantled so many like heavy careers, like Mad Cow in the Morning. What if he tried that shit with you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you piece of shit, hypocritical cunt.
He did
How
what he had to
dare
do to
you?
rise to the top and then put a fucking ceiling for everybody else.
It's like, you guys using this ladder? No, you're not. No, you're not.
Read your contract.
Exactly. Read your contract, cunts. Goodbye. Yeah, I always thought that was a really pussy move, and it's it's like, hey man, like you got a bigger audience, you're reaching more people than these guys. Go out there and make it the best fight ever. Make it one for the ages.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
both sides win.
Exact, dude. Dude. Artie.
People love beefs.
Artie Lang's sitting next to you. Okay, you got a fucking juggernaut. Like a man's whose words might as well be violence because they hurt. Okay, go say something about these two. Go fuck with these two. Then on the other side,
show them why you're stern.
On the other side, you got one Anthony Cumia and Jim Norton, a fucking dynamic duo that could
a combined IQ of 500.
Easy,
it's
easy.
nuts, dude.
You know what I mean? Two guys.
Jimmy's a smart guy. He's vulgar, but he's super intelligent.
Well, that's why they got along so well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So there you go, dude. Like, why not have the best radio war ever? Hey, Stern, if you really like, are you just coasting? Is that why you're doing it? Are you not trying to, like when you were battling the FCC and the ratings are flying through the roof? Like, hey man, like show us the fight, dude. People like teeth. People like teeth.
Yeah.
They like when you put
well, think about like every hip hop rivalry. It amplifies the entire industry.
Dude, 50 and Ja Rule, 50 and Fat Joe.
It's all 50.
50 and Shady 50. You know what I mean?
And he's won every single
one
that guy.
of
He's
them.
one of the greatest trolls of all
Ever.
time, man. That guy fucking kills me.
Ever.
Whose concert was it where he bought like
Ja Rule's.
He bought half the seats?
He bought dude. He bought the first 4 rows and then sat in them
Just
alone. Dude,
Can you imagine trying to perform and just seeing him right there at the center?
Yeah. Oh, dude. What's his name? Rick Ross. Rick Ross goes. He got tired of 50 talking shit about Ja Rule and Fat Joe, so he took a small swipe on him on a line. A week later, 50 Cent not only took Rick Ross's ex-wife, child of his mother, shopping, then they filmed the video of her fucking and sucking
What?
4 of his friends.
Are you serious?
50 is terrifying.
Leave him alone, dude. He's a cool guy
terrifying.
too.
Puff Daddy has killed people. He remember we reported on Puff Daddy when all that stuff was first coming out with Cassie and all that. He called Kid Cudi and he goes, "Listen, dude, here." We've reported on this part. He called Kid Cudi and goes, "Listen, I'm not the type of dude that's going to go on there and make internet threats." He goes, "I'm the type of dude where your car."
I remember you
explodes when
telling me
get
about
in
this
there.
like last
I
year
was watching the
on the
clip other
last
night of
P Diddy
Buzz.
episode. Yes.
Exactly. This is that same guy. 50 Cent, when he gets bored in the afternoons, says horrible shit about Puff Daddy on thing. He calls his drinks Puffy Juice. He calls Puffy Brother Love because he likes to fuck guys. This is that same guy, and just because he's probably bored on an airplane or he just doesn't have anything to do, he likes fucking with this guy. He's terrifying.
He's doing a public service,
Dude,
though.
he's fucking terrifying.
He's like checking these motherfuckers.
Yes, of
also,
course.
50 Cent seems like one of the only ones out there that's not into weird shit. Like, he's just a normal guy.
Exactly.
Like, I don't see any weird crap behind the curtain. You never hear anything
Did you
bad
ever
about
hear
him.
anything
no.
like
No.
that? Yeah.
Just worked hard, became a good businessman. Hilarious.
Don't you think like we're talking again like remember you showed me Christopher Hitchens?
Yes.
A guy who just
Brilliant.
had nothing to lose and he would just go out there and say the shit that everybody was thinking.
Dude, he was just wine drunk and just arguing with people for 25 years.
You had the religious fanatics arguing with him. You had the atheists arguing with him. He would just go out there and he would take his
But he
glasses
trashed
off and he would
everybody.
just fucking rip everybody apart. I feel like he's the hip hop version of that.
100%.
Like he's just, it's like, dude, it's like, oh my God, how about this? Like how we feel about Trump.
He's like gangster
Like he's
Hitchens.
this billionaire that never needed to do this fucking president bullshit. He could have sat back, enjoyed the rest of his life without any of these headaches. Meanwhile, he just went out there and did it. Why? Because he likes America, right? 50 Cent, he has power. He basically runs stars.
Yes.
Like every show that he ever comes up with is a fucking, is an Emmy Award winner. You know what I mean?
He's
Like,
remarkably talented. That guy's got the touch, too. He's like Midas.
Oh, dude, beautiful. He doesn't need any of this.
No.
He'll just do it because he just likes to. He likes.
I think he really thinks that they're goofy and he's making fun of them
Isn't
from
that
the
weird?
heart.
Dude. Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, man. Like honestly, like I really do. Like I'm not that type of person. I really wish I was that type of person. Like I really wish I was just so fed up of like do I like bullshit? Absolutely not. But am I able to do things like he does? No. I'd be worried about Puff Daddy. I'd be worried about saying some shit about Puff Daddy and
Yeah, but
killing
like
somebody.
from our point of view's understanding of him,
Yeah.
he might know a lot more than us
Yeah.
and like understand the situation he's in.
Well,
You know,
he does.
he probably knows the factors as to why he's not worried
Look,
about
man,
it.
I didn't grow up in a gang neighborhood, survive 9 fucking shots, one of
To
them
the
to my
face.
face, and then my buddy goes to prison and murders that motherfucker, and then I come out and through all of that shit, not only do I make my body into a machine, but I also have the genius and know how to run a business through rap, and then say, well, I can't rap forever, so I might as well try another outlet. So he owns movies and
Liquor.
TV shows and liquor and just has his foot in everything. He is a businessman with the Y incision underneath his fucking thing because he's been shot so many times.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking insane, dude. Bravo, 50.
He's a real success
Bravo,
story, man. That's a
success
rags to
story.
riches, 100%.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. So we just gotta love him. We appreciate him. We gotta love him. So I don't know. Again, not gay.
Are we coming back to that? Dude, we went so far off.
We're talking about 50 Cent.
I got wrapped up in that shit.
No, but you know what? They make for great clips. Anyways, Crowder's a dick.
So wait, so Jared left.
So Jared left.
He's fighting this whole thing.
He's fighting this whole thing. It's not okay. I don't know how. Listen, I understand the not being able to say anything because that's not okay. Listen, your time there, however you feel about it, it was your choice to work.
Wait. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Huh?
Who the fuck is left
What do you mean?
from his crew? Because he lost a lot of people.
Well, God, yeah, dude, I'm glad you asked that. Okay, so he's lost a lot.
He's
of
got
people,
DePaulo.
right? Yeah. Oh, I mean, who are we talking about? Like
Crowder's crew.
Who's still on the Crowder crew?
Yeah.
All right, so not gay Jared's there. I did not a lot. There's a new cat in like the 3rd seat. Do you know who's Gerald A?
Yes.
And the reason why I'm going to say Gerald A is because there's more to that. Okay, so during all this, right? So like I said, they're spending a lot of time in trial, right? So they called Gerald A as a character witness for Steven, right? What do you think he's going to say?
Whatever he has to.
Whatever Steven has
Yeah,
to
exactly.
say, right? Dude, honestly, asking Gerald A if Steven Crowder is a good guy is asking Igor if Dracula's an okay dude, right?
He really needs him too.
Like imagine Igor was on the stand and they're like, Igor, what do you think about Master? He's like, Master's good. Yes, he's very good to everybody. Yes.
Dracula's in the stands just staring at him while he's answering.
He's like, he's
doing this shit.
No, he's speaking. He's like, and
His mouth is moving.
Yeah, his mouth's moving. At the same time, Igor's just doing. He's like, he's good. Yes, he's very good. Yes.
Crowder has those powers.
No, Igor has his accent. He's like, yes, he's very good. Yeah. Because it's Dracula talking. Dude, you can't ask him to be a character witness because he's far up his fucking ass. You can't do it. So one of the stories that came out too was that I guess Steven. All right, I got another guy, Owen Benjamin, leaving. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they asked, all right, well, what kind of environment was it? And he said it's very toxic. I could see that. Steven's like a meathead. You know what
Sure.
I mean? Like
Well, his insecurity spills over to everybody else in his environment. He's a megalomaniac and he's a control freak.
Yeah,
So of course you're going to be oppressed.
So I guess, which honestly, to me, I don't think it's a big deal because it's just locker room bullshit. But if you do see that the guy's but I also I have empathy for these things. If the guy's uncomfortable, I think, dude, read the room. Like, just come on, look at the look on his face.
Well, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I guess Steven pulled his penis out, his penis and testicles out. His dick and balls.
For real?
Yeah. And he said it on like not gay Jared's like shoulder or something. And I think
He's like, you're now gay, Jared.
yeah, exactly.
He dubs him.
Dub you. No, wait. He's like, hold on a second. And he like pulls it and he does that stretchy gum thing that pornos do to get it hard, and then he dubs him. Right? So he does that, but I guess not gay Jared.
He's like, sign this NDA.
He said he was humiliated. He's like, dude, I kept telling him like stop, like you heard it in his voice. And it's like, dude, it's like, Steven, your IQ's through the fucking roof. You're not going to tell me you don't know when somebody's uncomfortable or just want something to end, right? Mm-hmm. So he says that, and then he said like all that weird shit happened. Now here's where it comes in, right? He says that he would really be really over the top with the gay shit with not gay Jared, right? Now here's where Owen Benjamin comes into play. Owen Benjamin has went on records. Now the reason why you're thinking Owen Benjamin, right? who Owen Benjamin, flat earther.
Yeah.
Owen Benjamin, who literally went to the wilderness, who took his entire family out to the wilderness and lives off the land, which isn't a bad thing. But you always think the isolation gets a little weird, right?
Dude, it's an extremist move.
Exactly. So you're like, okay, well, this guy's through the roof. You know, he's probably just talking bullshit. But he went on multiple shows saying Steven is a gay man. Steven, he said,
I've always caught that vibe off him, honestly, but I just never.
Right? It's almost like he hates himself gay, right?
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
he's clearly an effeminate guy.
Yeah. So Owen Benjamin, he's like, dude, I would watch this guy. I would watch his wife come into the studio all day. He would not hug, kiss, like no PDA. He would come and bitch in the morning. He would be like, he would tell them like, God, I just wanted to fucking sleep, and all she wants to do is have sex. And dude, listen, man, you're really still pretty young in your marriage here, bro. Like you should be fucking. Like honestly, you should be late for work because you guys are fucking so much at this point, right? You know what I mean? He said he was thinking about. I don't know how far it goes. Like I guess he was considering artificial insemination because they wanted like this healthy thing. You know,
so
what
he
I mean?
wants the exterior.
Exactly.
It's a beard. She's a beard.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. I could see that though.
Big old Grizzly Adams fucking beard. Because Steven Crowder is also one of those guys that's like a fucking juggernaut not against LGBTQ, but you know, he's been on with the Christian values and stuff. Like, I mean, listen, I until this shit started touching kids and stuff like that, when you got Nambla hooking on to the shit and stuff like that, you guys are all fucking perverted. I don't want trannies fucking reading books again. I don't want none of that shit. I just want people to, I want consenting adults to be able to do what the fuck they want whenever.
Sure.
And that's in any capacity, okay? But, you know, he was really like outspoken against that, like premarital sex. He was outspoken against, gay marriage. Like, so he's been at this for a while.
He's a strict Christian.
Yes. So to be such a voice in that, and then to on the other fucking side of the coin, if you're gay, it's going to get pretty violent, right? Would you say you got demons, buddy? And you
100%, man.
You got to iron these motherfuckers out, right? Like it's
well, you have the only way to win is to accept yourself, and if you don't look at yourself, that's never going to happen, and you're going to become more dysfunctional over time.
Dude, I mean,
it's fucked up.
He would probably sit at the end of his old lady. Dude, like, no wonder why. You look at it now.
She was just starving for any type of affection or fucking care.
Dude, this is a big, good-looking guy, right? No wonder why it was so easy for the celibacy and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You start kind of like adding these things up, and it does. It feels like he kind of hates himself for it, and it's fucking rolled over, you know? And I guess like he just would not stop. And when you get a name like Not Gay Jared, the first thing you think is, this guy's fucking
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, no, what? It's one of those, you know, those ironic names. You know what I mean? So I guess he was really bad to him. Well, Owen Benjamin was just like, God, I hate saying this. He was spilling the tea.
Okay, I'll let that go.
All right. He was telling all these secrets, and like, you know, you just kind of like disregarded it. Like, Owen Benjamin, that guy thinks the Earth's flat.
He's exactly.
You
He kind
know?
of discredited himself with all that shit.
Yeah, dude. But now it's like, you kind of looking out the window like,
so what do you think?
Is the polar caps surrounded?
He might be right about a lot more.
You start believing the flat Earth because Steven?
It leads to the rest.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking hilarious. So yeah, man. I mean,
so the walls are closing in on Steven Crowder.
Exactly.
What do you think happens next? All right, just give me how you see this going.
If his lawyers can make all this go away, not a damn thing. I think Not Gay Jared fucked up. You know where? He reached out to his wife. He reached out to Steven's wife. And now all they're going to say is, well, they're obviously trying to fucking team together and win their cases. They're obviously trying to dupe him now.
You think so?
Yes. No, not even a question. There was messages from Not Gay Jared.
I think it strengthens each individual case that two people are pursuing the same ends. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that like strengthen? Like, now there's more than one of these cases coming against you, and of course you're going to talk to other people that are victims, right?
I don't think so. Not with an ongoing trial. If it'd be one dude, if she was just a character witness for him and it had nothing to do with it, but it's conflict of interest. That's why you can't. That's why the jury, they don't allow certain things to be shown in trial. You know what I mean? Like if it's just a smoking gun, you know what I mean? But when these two are collaborating on anything, then all he has to say is, like, all she has to do is, if they did get together, let's say they did get together for a lunch, She could go in there and go, Steven did this and Steven did this. And now, bam, there you go. There's his smoking gun. And then Jared could go, okay, well, he also knows this and he did this. And bam, there's hers. You know what I mean? So it kind of cancels each other out. So now they got that conflict of interest there. And honestly, I think it hurts the case. I think it hurts both of their cases.
What's his goal on the lawsuit? Just money
I'm sure
or?
it's money.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's money. I'm sure. Two things. I'm sure he wants that NDA gone, and I think he wants money. When it comes to Crowder's wife, it's probably financial and custody.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I wanted to let you know, this guy fucking lives in court right now with a team of lawyers.
Well, now that the dam is cracked, it's just going to keep getting worse and more frequent.
Yeah, but all right, this is a guy who bought one vehicle, and not only that, not even like some ostentatious fucking, giant fucking limousine. No. He bought like a Hyundai Sonata for them to drive around, okay? What is this guy
that his
worth?
wife can borrow from time to time?
From time to time, yeah. If she needs to go get wood chips, she can borrow for the afternoon. Bro, what the fuck is this guy worth? He's living
I think he's a billionaire.
right now. Yeah.
He's got to be.
Like that.
If you liquidated all of his assets, his entire media company, you know what I mean?
Backyard?
Cashed himself out. He's probably a billionaire.
Did you see that backyard that him and his wife are arguing?
That was beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. Yeah.
Well, down with Crowder.
Down with Crowder. Fuck him.
Yeah, he had a good run.
Listen, man. It's like anybody who preaches who preaches that shit, then it's just complete opposite when the fucking door is closed.
That's the thing, and he's scrambling so hard to maintain that image. It's like, dude, just fucking be honest at this point in time.
Exactly.
Stop. Cut the shit. Stop hanging on like fucking Madonna.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Goodbye. Don't get some fucking BBL and think you're 22 again, you stupid bitch.
She really Jesus. He's like,
Hi,
yeah.
Madonna.
So what else we got?
All right, so I think we're gonna go Kimmel.
Okay.
Okay, because I wanted to make a point of this.
Do you want to? Let me see what we got here. Yeah. Do you want to close on Kimmel?
We definitely got to close on Kimmel.
Okay.
Because we don't have any real big things.
Well, I have that picture you wanted me to show too. If you still want to do that.
For Planet Fitness, listen. That thing is not slowing down at any time soon.
Okay, so that's just there.
I think this will bankrupt Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
It will bankrupt Planet Fitness. You want to get in that? Would
next
you prefer
time.
that?
No, if that one's going to be preserved, we can do it next time. Let's do Kimmel.
Okay. All right. So Kimmel's always saying some dumb shit. He's crying about lions or something like that. Kimmel, talk about a guy who preached and then just completely went the other way. I used to watch the Man Show with my dad.
He's one of the most outwardly phony people on the planet, dude.
God, dude.
It just oozes out of this fucking guy.
Fake as shit. Like literally the epitome of what a Hollywood shill is. You know what I mean? So he goes on his show last week and he's talking and he said that he had spent some time in Japan and just couldn't wait to come back and just take a big shit on this country that's been so awful to him. God, can a guy get by in this world? So Jimmy Kimmel, with this ridiculously overpaid fucking night. I don't even want to say he's the host of a nighttime talk show because it's not what he is. He's just some cunt.
He's like a propaganda outlet.
Exactly, just a machine, just talking. He comes back and he starts dogging out America. All right, he is in a multi-million-dollar studio telling you what a shithole is when you can open up the doors and him and his friends that these bleeding hearts that literally ruined one of the greatest cities in this country. Yeah. Every bathroom you go into now, Jimmy, is a dump.
Yeah.
Filled with needles and shit and blood and anything else that's toxic to the human body that children shouldn't be seeing, right? But it's because of people like you that went on there and said that the Western old school American way of doing things is wrong, right? Is that what we'd say? So
yes.
So now you got like the forefront, the tip of the spear that was saying that how dare you guys live like that? We're better. We go green. See these sandals? They're made out of recyclables, cocksucker. See that car back there? Plug it in, bitch. And you're gonna fucking come up and now look. Now it's a dump, right? Okay. Failed. It's a failed. It was a plan and it's failed. Look, you've decriminalized drugs. You've treated, disenfranchised people. These poor guys, these poor convicts that just can't get a break, right? Now your city's overrun with them. It's on fire every day.
And he comes out every night with a smug smile.
With a smug smile. You're right, preaching the same bullshit that's now ruined one city. And you have the balls to go, well, over there,
But what about Trump?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, listen, you wouldn't catch me stepping foot in Montana. Places, that's a bad place. No, dude. Where you guys are, your home base for your beliefs and shit like that. That's the fucking dirtiest place in this country.
Well, the proof is in the pudding.
Exactly.
I mean, the evidence is on the surface over there. That's why they're leaving.
Yeah.
California is so fucked, man.
Yeah, and dare I say, there's maybe not as much freedom in Japan as there is out here. You know what I mean? So where'd you rather be? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck Jimmy Kimmel.
Go to Japan.
Go to Japan. Yeah, take your ass to fucking Japan then.
Buy a kimono.
Yeah. Go host one of those shows where they smell butts and stuff in the dark.
Dude, they have the most interesting and weird shows on the planet Earth.
They're a wonderful people.
All the Asian cultures, though.
Whatever I got against Jimmy Kimmel, I am not holding against Japan, okay? They're fucking crazy. I love those bastards.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
It's always about, like, degrading people.
Degrading women.
Yeah, usually.
Degrading people, yes, but... Dude, it's always some Japanese girl crying with, like... octopuses on her head.
While they're hurling uncooked pork chops at her. It never makes any sense either. There's no fucking...
Five, like, little Japanese businessmen in their underwear, like, vomiting on her and, like, some fucking tank.
And it always ends in the highlight reel with, like, the girls crying and they're, like, laughing. The fucking host.
The host is, like... just laughing at her fucking face. I love them. God damn it. It's funny because we tried to copy them so hard. I forgot the name of the show, but remember that show when people get hurt?
Yes.
Now, you looked at our set and you just knew damn well, like, here, let me be Jimmy Kimmel for a second. You know damn well Americans just sue the fuck out of that studio if they really suffered any, like, significant
The Asian
injuries.
ones, it looks genuinely dangerous.
Dude, the Asian ones, there was, like, 90-pound styrofoam ball, or not styrofoam, what's that shit that's real heavy but soft?
They were falling from, like, 30 feet.
Just crushing.
Hitting off of shit on the way down into, like, a lake.
Dude, I'm almost positive at least once an episode, they'd carry some guy out that's now a quadriplegic. He's just being carried out.
Just roll him down a hill.
Roll down, and they go, bye. Oh my God, that was so funny. But they really did.
They give them points.
They loved hurting them. Loved that shit. Yeah, Japanese television, can't go wrong with it. But as for when it comes down to freedom and stuff like that, no, absolutely not, man. No wonder why they got to clean up. Because if you litter out there, you're gonna do 9 years in some labor camp. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
You know what though? Look at how clean.
It is clean.
Look at how clean it is.
It is clean.
I believe in that philosophy. Like, just make the punishments for crimes so outlandish.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of tying everything up in court and litigation. That's why it's like, yeah, like the Arab shit. If you steal an apple, just cut your hand off. No one steals apples.
Yeah. Or Chris Rock said, make bullets $5,000.
That was one of my favorite bits ever.
Yeah.
He's like, you really want to have to kill that motherfucker.
Exactly. like, you're not going to go spend 5 G's and, like, really have to think
for
about
one
it.
bullet.
Exactly. By the time you're down there with your checkbook, your mind's going to change.
He's like, if you spent all that money and all that time, he's like, he probably had it coming. Dude, he was great.
Oh, was. Exactly was.
He's just so bitter and angry now. It took the joy away from him.
It's written all over him, dude.
The slap heard around the world.
Honestly,
it fucked him up.
That entire, if it was old Chris, because, he still could have got slapped as old Chris, young Chris, old Chris, however you're looking at it. If it was old Chris, that entire special would have been Will Smith jokes. That entire special. He spent 2 minutes kind of talking about it, didn't say anything controversial, and then went on to the next subject. Dude, I was so disappointed in that special. I was like, why? Why did he even
Everyone was raving about it when it came out too, and I'm like, this just seems like a hate rally.
You know why? It's because
and I always liked him.
People want to slap genius on everything these days. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to say, "Oh, that Chris Rock was genius."
The slap. I actually wonder about that. I don't. Only because, like, think about it though.
I don't think he would do it if there's a 10-year suspension from the academy.
No.
Yeah.
These guys are all, like, elite protected. It's all weird though. But I'm just saying, like, every time you've seen a real altercation, that's what it fucking looks like.
Yeah.
He looked surprised. He looked confused.
But coming from a guy who's been winning awards and Academy Awards and stuff since he was like 20, a 10-year ban, and like, who cares? I didn't want to go next year. You know what I mean?
Didn't even make a dent.
I could say this, man. The only way I'd hop onto is as if it was planned is the ratings were not just getting worse, but plummeting.
Yeah, bad.
Every year. And they were at their lowest. Every year it was the lowest. And then the next, like Dana White, like if Dana White was the reporting on the ratings for that. You know how it's like every year we broke a record.
Yes.
He would be great for that because he'd be like, "Yep, we're a million more down from last year. Every year.
We broke another record, guys.
The highest that they've had in like the last 10 years was the Academy following the Will Smith slap, and then after that it was as low again. So maybe they tried to drum up something, but I don't think you could sign on, especially not Chris Rock, who's like. I don't think you could sign any dude onto that to be humiliated. I think that's a tough sell.
No, he didn't know that shit was coming.
Like you could sign me up for that because you'd have to pay me like it'd be money I'd never seen. But I don't think you could buy Chris like you could buy. You can't buy Chris Rock like you could buy me.
I can hear it in his fucking voice in his special. That shit fucked him up.
It was
bad.
Dude,
he lost his mind for a while. It was bad.
He's such a professional.
Because he didn't do anything. He just took it on the chin.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like express it now on stage. Like he's going to get him back. It's like, dude, the moment came. You got slapped.
Exactly.
You laid down. You know what I mean? Like your ego's trying to process it. He's all he's bitter.
And dude, you know what? It's even okay.
He should just fist fight him in the street. Dude.
Yeah, it's even okay if he would have just took it and accepted it and moved fucking. It's okay, dude. Like first of all, you're hosting an award show. This dude just smacked you in the fucking mouth out of nowhere.
Yeah,
right?
He got Chris Rock.
You're looking at another guy, another funny guy coming up to the fucking podium.
But he had that purposeful walk that I'm familiar with. There was danger in that walk. He didn't say a word. He was putting his jacket together and just power walking straight towards him.
But
there was no smile on his face.
Caliber, like a dude in the bar is walking towards me like that, I know something's up. I'm gonna put my hands up. That caliber though, like one of the richest men on the planet is walking up to you. Mad or not, what if he went up and he did something like put him in a headlock or something and he gave him a nugget or something like that? Like he might have been thinking that, but a full-on motherfucking...
He slapped the shit out of him.
Dude.
It was a good slap.
One of the best things I ever heard was on the Righteous Gemstones, and John Goodman slapped somebody, and this dude went, "You fucking slapped me with those meaty dad hands." Dude, that was the type of hand Will Smith had.
Dude, he even had an arc on it, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he really
came
connected.
Right across fucking, like, really hurt him. And dude, listen, what...
The best is the lead up though, like, when he was walking up to Chris Rock and he's like, "Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now." Like thinking it's all a joke, dude. And right after he just laid that cannon on him.
He's like, he's bam.
He led with his face and Will led with his hand. It was bad.
Yeah, it was really fucking bad. It really was. So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, like, and how he handled himself and his composure and everything, like people still talk, but I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He still had water in his eyes. He still had that hot skin when you're so fucking embarrassed you just want to leave, you know what I mean? That turning in your stomach. All of that was there. He's just been on stage for so many years that his presence is just undeniably
he got
great.
super punked though.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know when he went home that night, he was just pacing around his house for like 6 hours and just talking to himself of what he wanted to say and what he should have done.
Yeah, dude, do you know that somebody gave this I read this fact one time that a big portion of our lives is spent reenacting the perfect scenario,
rewriting your history in your mind.
Yeah, just like going over it and seeing it in your head. And not only that, dude, this guy's a performer. So I assure you, he had things to say. But for the first time in his career, somebody straight shut Chris Rock the fuck
Well, he was scared,
up.
man. Will Smith's like twice his size.
And by the way, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying somebody shut Chris Rock the fuck up. And it happened to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, who's fucking even weirder. Over fucking Jada Pinkett Smith.
Which is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
What a weird situation.
He's just such a gangster of a dude.
In the middle of the dude, keep it going. In the middle of the Academy Awards, right? Like while everybody's watching, while this guy's sitting in the front row, like just keep it fucking going. What a weird fucking situation, dude. What a fucked up situation.
Will Smith's accepting the award. Well, Chris Rock has a T-bone
oh my god, he's
steak
still
on his
accepting
fucking
the award. And by the way, never mentioned the slap.
No.
He never mentioned the slap.
He talked about protecting people in that
speech.
Dude,
he had it written
It was my
down.
favorite, man.
Like he had it written down. He gets up on stage and he's like, as you may very well know, I'm a pacifist. He's like, I don't like.
He looks up and he has like a Hitler mustache. You don't even know where it came from.
Oh, it's so fucking funny, man. What a time. What a time to be alive, dude. What a weird time, right?
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah, it has.
It's been getting super weird, but
yeah,
I'm kind of over it. I just want some normal shit. Leave it to Beaver.
90s.
Yeah.
in the 90s where weird shit would happen. Where we could all like.
But the weird shit then was fun shit.
Yeah. Where we could all conversate and go, Columbine. It's the worst thing that's ever happened. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah.
And agree.
Yeah. Exactly. Now you're like, Columbine. Well, last week, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what week it is, it's like a little bit last week. Yeah.
Each one's worse than the last.
Each one's worse.
All right.
Wait, one more line.
Go ahead.
It kind of reminds me of There's Something About Mary when he's like, I want what you have. He's talking to Christopher. Who was Whitey in Something About Mary?
Chris Elliott.
He's talking to Chris Elliott, you know, and he's like, I want what you have. White picket fence, your wife's bacon. I want that. And Chris Elliott, right? Chris Elliott.
With his rabies face.
Dude, no. This is early in the movie when he didn't know he was Whitey, right? He was so Witkowski, right? He takes his cigar. He looks at him dead in the face, knowing he's this perverted, this demented psycho, and he takes a hit of his cigar and he goes, each day is better than the next.
I have to go back. That movie's a classic, man.
Honestly, it was one of those things where you didn't even think about it until like later on when you watch it again, and you're like, "Oh my god!" And, like,
after you know the story,
yes, after you know the story, it's so fucking funny, so funny.
Chris Elliott's gold.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. Oh god, that was so fucking funny.
What do you think? Wrap it up.
Call it, baby.
Yeah, I gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning. All right, what do we do?
I was thinking we could watch the stars and moon.
That's
so gay.
That's our new outro video.
I hate
we
that.
hope you like it.
All right, you want to wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up, baby.
What is it? Episode 60? 60, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I don't know what episode.
It's
Is it 60? Is it the big 60?
Yeah.
Baby, 2 years, we could retire. Let's do this. Come on.
120 episodes.
120 episodes.
I think Rogan has like 25,000.
Yeah, it's a fucking trip. Yeah, the numbers are on his thing is just outrageous. It's always like JRE, you know, blah blah blah, and then it's like 3,900. Where the fuck did that come from?
He does like 4 a day or some shit.
That's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like smokes.
He's
weed.
still going strong though. God bless him.
Okay, he's the best, dude. Honestly, out of all the guys that were on board with the free speech and everything like that, listen, Rogan can be a meathead, but he really is the only one that
he's
really,
a genuine guy.
Yes, that really stuck with it. That really did, you know, walk the walk. He has his beliefs. He doesn't get intimidated by the left or the right. He just has his beliefs. I like that.
Right, he's just Joe Rogan,
exactly.
Which is nice.
I like that.
Yeah, he already opened it up in Dallas.
The Mothership.
I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
all the
yeah.
comics love it too. It's gonna bring back that kind of that atmosphere.
Yeah, but you know what's fucked up is that so like Bill Burr has a lot to do with the Mothership. There's something tied in, and there's a couple not welcomes on the list. Obviously, Anthony Cumia cannot step foot in the Mothership.
Sure,
but you know who
That's
else?
such bullshit though.
DePaulo.
What?
DePaulo, first of all, he wasn't even talking to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan would not get on the phone. He called. He said, "Hey, I'm going to be in town and I'm going to be there for, July 28th. Is it cool if I come down, do a couple of nights?" And the booker was on the phone, and you could tell that Joe was in the room. He said he could tell Joe was in the room. And he was like, he got to come back to him, and he gets on. He goes, "It's just not going to happen."
Why? Do they have a problem with each other?
I think Nia Burr. I think that, look, dude, Nick, who did I just say? DePaulo's old school. He's with the Kumias and the Artie Langs and those guys.
But him and Joe don't have a problem with each other, right?
Yeah, I just think it's
like by proxy,
non grata, just not allowed in. That's it. He's just listen.
And he should let Anthony Cumia in too, though, because he helped make his career.
First of all, he should let Anthony Cumia in, have a VIP seating, and when he comes up to the stage, if Rogan's in there, he should personally thank him and say, "Hey, this is one of the funniest people I've ever met."
Well, he had him on his
podcast
a few years back.
The respect is just not there for Cumia, for a fucking living legend. I'm sick of it. By the way,
he's the greatest broadcaster of all time.
By the way, you know what, man? I don't even care if it's on a much, much smaller scale, but his new book is out, or you should pre-order his new book, or it might be out. Yeah.
I'll read that shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Spare Me. So everybody go pick that up.
We're plugging his book.
I'm plugging his book. Well,
we have nothing to sell, so we're just plugging his shit.
Here's the thing: is that we got a couple sponsors. One of them being Barnes and Noble. But yeah, so go buy his book at your local Barnes and Noble.
Or Amazon.
Or Amazon. Hey, Bezos. Yes. So, yeah. Beautiful.
Wrap it up?
Wrap it up, baby.
All right. When do you want to come back? Next Friday? Tomorrow's Monday.
I had to look at the camera. I don't know. I don't know my days.
You don't know your schedule?
No, sir.
All right. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys. This has been a casual episode 60 of the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. Thank you for watching. Always remember, have your conversations, not their conversations. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your community. Let's be good people again. Until next time, God bless and peace. Caw.